Standard is never enough.
So I'm back in the studio today here at headquarters in the UK in Burton Latimer, and I'm with Lee Scott from Starrag, and we're talking about a world record.
25th of August, 2025. Starrag pushed past the existing world record for machining titanium on the newly developed Starrag S1250 HD.
Now, Lee, I was at EMO. I actually talked to the guys there about this, but for those that didn't go to EMO or haven't seen our video from EMO, tell us about this world record.
So Starrag already had a world record in titanium machining, but we like to push the boundaries. We launched a new machine specifically for the titanium structure market, and we got together with a tool holder company, and we got together with our tooling designers, and we developed a tool holder to go on this machine and take the biggest cut that we believe is.
And what's you had the previous world record as we talk about, what's the difference between what you did then and what you've done now in terms of kind of cubic metal removal?
Well, this is all about the whole process. So we designed a cutting tool that's absolutely optimized with the right depth of flute to completely enclose the biggest chip within the gap, if you like, and produce the fastest cuts in a block of titanium that's possible. So it's not just the machine, it's the combination of having the know-how, the programming expertise, the design and manufacture of cutting tools expertise, and the right machine.
And so what are the figures? How much cubic material did you remove in such a speed?
Well, this is 1,500 cubic centimetres of titanium per minute.
Okay, well, and before it was about 800, so you've almost...
It's 830, so almost doubled the previous benchmark.
Wow. Okay. Now let's on what I want to do in this feature, Lee, is let's talk about the machine to start with, because this is of course, one of the most important aspects of this. What are we showing here on this first slide?
Well, this is the previous benchmark. So what we did before is we took a porcupine cutter in an STC 1250 machine tool, still a very capable and heavy duty machine tool, and we took it to the next level. So this is where we started, and we'll show you what we did too.
Okay, now that looks like a pretty big cutter, but like you say, we've improved since then. So what do we got here? Because this fascinates me, this slide.
Well, this is important because it's not just about the cutting, it's about the whole cost of machining. So if you take a billet, could be the size of this table if you like, 90% of this billet is going to be turned into swarf to produce a titanium structure part for aerospace.
And is that like an average?
An average, yeah. And most parts come from plate. Some come from forging, but a lot of parts come from plate. So huge amount of volume of swarf produced. The tooling costs are incredibly high when you're cutting titanium. So 30% of the overall process could be tooling costs. And of course the cycle times are important as well.
And the 60 minutes here, average lifespan of a roughing tool.
Well, that's right. So a tooling cut, obviously they vary depending on the application, but a tooling cut could typically need to be changed and reground or replaced every 60 minutes. Whereas if you talk about aluminium, it's hours, many hours. So within an hour, you could be changing your tools.
Wow. So this kind of sets the scene. So if we then move on to the next slide, what we then see here is the machine. Yeah.
So the machine. Basic configuration of the machine. You've got a B-axis table, so you're going to load your components on the table, either direct or on a tombstone, your A-axis head, and then your three linear axes. So it's a good configuration machine to be able to get inside pockets of a typical
and there's one thing that stands out to me. We've looked at a lot of your machines in the past, Lee. We talk about hydrostatic. Now this is a big factor in this machine and the machine that's been used in order to achieve this world record. So let's move on to the next slide.
So this is really important. So what we've developed for these machines is a hydrostatic guideway system. So the guideways that the column sits on and the guideways that the table group sit on this machine are hydrostatic. And what that means is you've got metal on metal slideways with an oil film between them, but there's different types of hydrostatic. We use a pocketed system here, and we have variable control. So if you look at the next slide, well, this shows you three different systems. So this is your roller guideways, which is your traditional system you'll see on most machine tools. And in fact, we use this system, very heavy duty version, on the existing STC 1250. Other companies will say that they've got box guideways, hydrostatic guideways, which is true. And there's a system that you can see here. What happens here is you've got metal on metal. When you stop, you squeeze the oil out that's between the two metals and you get what they call a stick slip. So when you start a different direction, you get this very slight judder. What we've developed is a system where we've always got a film of oil. We've pressurised the system, so between these two metal plates, you've got the pockets, you've got the oil, and you've got constant oil. So you're not getting a stick slip, you've got constant movement.
No friction at all.
No friction at all. And I think on the next slide, what you can see is, this is a over 20-25 ton column that's just being pushed by hand. And in fact, Lindsay at EMO last time did the same thing, just a single push.
How do you kind of control where the machine is, in terms of the positional of the machine? I know that's not done on the guideways, that's of course done with something else, isn't it?
Well, nothing's changed on that. So you've still got ball screws operating the axes, and then you've got direct measuring systems on all of the axes. So you've still got complete control of where the axes are. Yeah. Nothing's changed there, but what you've changed is the stability and rigidity of the machine structure.
And how has this helped in achieving the world record? What area of, how does this contribute?
So what you get with the hydrostatic system is a lot more dampening and more rigidity in the whole machine structure, which enables us to take bigger, deeper, faster cuts.
Okay, and let's move on to the next slide. Now, of course, we've talked about the machine, the structure. What about the head technology? Because that's a massive contributor as well.
Well, again, this is the STC head that's been carried across onto this new machine. So the new machine is an S1250 HD, and what we have is a nodding head, if you like, configuration. So a rotating head that'll go up 45 degrees and then down past the -90. Inside the head, we've got a displacement sensor. So if we put pressure on the tool, we can measure displacement in the front of the spindle. We've got vibration sensors, so we're picking up the vibration and chatter frequencies from the cut. We've also got thermal sensors in the front and the sides of the head, and we've got algorithms within the system, so we can point the front of the tool into exactly the right place when we're machining, and we can compensate for any thermal displacement in the machine. Not that there's a lot.
Yeah, but whilst you're machining, whilst we're machining,
all this is live. Sure.
This is an HSK, yeah?
It's an HSK 125 as a standard on this machine, or a HSK 160, which is the size of a bucket. Wow. So huge tool capacity for long reach, big diameter, stiff tools. To
help achieve what we need to achieve.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on to the next one, because now we start talking about performance. What are we describing here?
The big advantage on this machine is on roughing. And as we said earlier, if we're going to machine this tabletop and 90% of the material is going to be removed, a lot of that's in the roughing processes. And as a net result of the new generation machine, the 1250 HD, we're able to take 4 times deeper cuts when roughing. So the largest proportion of machining is roughing, and we can do it 4 times faster.
And you're achieving that because of the things that we've spoke about, but other things too, it must be. It can't just be the machine and the spindle. There's a contribution here of a lot of factors. Because that's a big difference, 4 times.
Sure, it's a combination of all of the new features of the machine, the right tool holder, the right method on the right machine, and this is the net result.
The output. Okay, and then on to the next slide. This is really, really important, isn't it? Energy consumption.
Well, there's a big directive now to focus on sustainability, net zero, and there's a lot of factors involved. So consumables, if we're using a lot fewer consumables by increasing the life of the tool, that's one big step into the sustainability benefits. But energy consumption is another big area. So if you consider you're taking much bigger cuts, much deeper cuts, you're going to use more energy. So how can we save energy? We're doing the machining so much quicker on a more efficient machine that if we're removing this 90% of volume in half the time, the net saving on the overall energy is about 1/3. So we're making a huge saving on energy, as well as producing the parts significantly quicker and using fewer tools.
Okay, I mean, it was brilliant to see, and we can obviously see it here on this movie. What does this actually mean in real life, Lee, to people watching this, potential machinists? Where does it apply?
Well, it applies to anybody that's cutting titanium structure parts or even engine parts. So in the aerospace industry, titanium is used a lot. We say that it's not just the machine. We say it's a combination of the know-how, it's a combination of the right tooling choice and the right design of manufacture of tools, the right tool holder, tool assemblies in the right machine. And if you get the right tool and tool holder assembly, often you can't drive it 100% of its capability on a standard machine. You need a machine like this. So it's a whole holistic approach to machining titanium that we take. And we say to people, bring us your parts, let us have a look, and we'll tell you how quickly we can do them.
Standard is never enough. What if a leading machine tool manufacturer also delivers tailored cutting tools and turnkey technology, delivering world record performance beyond expectations? 25th of August, 2025. Starrag pushed past the existing world record for machining titanium on the newly developed Starrag S1250 HD 5-axis horizontal machining center, using a 40mm coated solid carbide cylindrical end mill with 18 flutes, developed and manufactured in Starrag's tooling facility. Proudly announcing a new world record of 1.5 liters per minute material removal rate in titanium on a single spindle simultaneous 5-axis machining center. Starrag, single source CNC machine tool and service provider.